Mama, you are pumped. You just discovered this thing called freelancing, the thing that helps you make money for your family while taking care of your babies. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 7 steps you need to take to become a freelance social media manager. I'll show you what you need to be an awesome social media manager in 2021. Also, I've got a little something for you. You can get your free copy of my Discovery Call cheat sheet so that you can rock your calls with potential clients. Be sure to stay till the end so you can get your hands on it. Hey there, I'm Lauren Golden here with a new episode of Free Mama TV, showing moms like you how to start and run a successful freelancing business from home. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I post a new episode of Free Mama TV right here each and every Tuesday. Social media management. Now, this is where I actually got started as a freelancer myself. It was something that I was already doing at my 9-to-5. I was completely self-taught and took advantage of a lot of free resources ready available on the internet, including YouTube. And I was able to take those skills that I was applying at my job and assist other business owners. Now, what I want you to know about social media management is that it can be as simple or as complex as you decide to make it. But just remember, the more you can specialize in something, the more you will eventually be able to charge for these services and thus crush your financial goals. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was scrolling through Facebook. Sorry about that. In all seriousness, you're already on social media, so you might as well get paid for it. There are a lot of different routes that you could take your social media business. So in order to avoid getting overwhelmed, I recommend doing one of 2 things. The first, only offer scheduling services. This means that you are going to be posting, you will be engaging with people who engage with the brand you're working for, and answering messages. You can do this across different platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even YouTube. On the other hand, if you want to become a social media manager extraordinaire and really be able to charge quite a bit more for becoming an expert in a platform, I suggest picking just 1 or 2 to really understand. Just like it's impossible to know everything, it's impossible to be everywhere at a really high level. Nobody knows everything. Well, maybe mom knows everything. Mom knows everything. Don't tell my kids. Most business owners just need to find the one place where their audience hangs out and be there consistently. So as their social media manager, you can generate content, you can create graphics for them and provide images, and then you can also handle engagement as well. I want to know, what's your favorite social media platform? Where do you like to connect with people? Go ahead in the comment below and let me know your favorite social media channel. Following the 7 steps I'm going to share with you in this video, I was able to replace my full-time salary in less than a year, working half the hours. Now I'm breaking it down step by step so that you can too. Step number 1, understand what social media marketing really is. Social media managers help businesses grow their online communities. This often includes writing posts and making graphics, also called creating content, scheduling posts, replying to comments or private messages from fans, and maybe even running ads. As a social media manager, your job is to help companies gain traffic and attention on social media platforms. Step number 2, figure out your advantage. Social media can be incredibly overwhelming because there's just so much. The good news is that you don't have to figure everything out to get started as a social media manager. Instead, figure out your advantage and lead with that. Step number 3, now that you've figured out your advantage, you're gonna wanna invest in that specific skill over and over again. Step number 4, set your rate. One of the first and sometimes only questions I get asked from aspiring social media managers inside the Free Mama Movement Facebook group is, how much should I charge for this? It's a difficult question to answer because there's so many different factors to consider. Type of business, number of platforms, services you're providing, volume of posts, volume of community. You get the point. A great place to start is by finding out what other people offering the same services are charging and go from there. Number 5, get clients. Getting clients is an important part of any business. It's kind of like how you make money. Step number 6, build proof. As you start to roll up your sleeves and dust off your own social media profile and start to get clients, it's important to start to collect examples. Last but not least, step number 7, develop systems. Time management will be important as your social media manager business grows. When you have multiple clients, you'll need to streamline and batch your various tasks. Invest in scheduling tools like Buffer or Tailwind to map out your posts in advance and have them pushed out to the channels for you. And now you know my 7 steps showing you how to become a freelance social media manager. These days, savvy business owners are looking for people with more specialized skills, and that is great news for you. 2 big changes are at play here. One is that social media is growing and evolving, and more businesses are coming online. And the other is that we as people have grown and evolved, and business owners have figured out that they don't just want to plaster themselves all over social media platforms. Instead, they want to show up in exactly the right places with exactly the right content. A few years ago, social media management was about coming up with a bunch of content and spreading it across a whole lot of online channels. You'd take a video and transcribe it for an email, then repurpose it into a couple of posts for Instagram and Facebook, and maybe pull out a couple of tweets too. Easy peasy. And you could charge a pretty penny for it because clients approach social media as a volume game. Get a lot of content out in a lot of places so a lot of people will see it. Now, fortunately, times are changing. Think about the way you use social media yourself. Once upon a time, you probably tried out everything. Maybe you had a Twitter account and you used Snapchat for a bit, but over time you found yourself gravitating to 1 or 2 platforms and sticking with those. Well, it turns out that a lot of people did the same thing. We all find the spaces where we feel most comfortable and we hang out there. Loads of businesses now create Facebook groups as a critical point in their business strategy. Community managers have stepped in to help keep Facebook groups fun, safe, useful, and welcoming. A good community manager makes sure that posts are relevant, that new members are welcomed, that everyone is following the rules, and that the content is exactly what you want to see when you click over. And of course, Facebook isn't the only platform out there. You can specialize in something like Pinterest or YouTube or Instagram. You can narrow as much as you want. Pinterest management for nail salons, Instagram strategy for cake makers, YouTube SEO for online course creators. Yeah, all of those are real jobs that you can make over 6 figures a year if you know how to do them right. If you take the time to get really good at one thing, either by learning it on your own or taking a course that will give you the skills you need, you're going to be able to raise your rates, work with better clients, and deliver amazing results, which will help you get known as the person for what you do, which will make it even easier for you to get more clients and earn more money, and so on. The landscape of social in 2021 is way different than it was back in 2014. Night and day. Not only did it look totally different, but the way it was used for businesses is also very different than how it is today. But for you, that's actually a great thing. Since trends change all the time, you're never that far behind or too late to the game. And you definitely don't already need to be an expert going in. The one thing you absolutely have to have is a curiosity and passion for social media. Listen, if you loathe social media and wish Mark Zuckerberg never wrote those equations on his dorm room window, you will not enjoy social media management. Now, along with that passion, you'll need to manage your clients' expectations. As much as social media management has changed over the years, managing your clients' expectations has not. It's simply not realistic for a client to expect that hiring a social media manager will get them 10,000 followers overnight and new business beating down their door. And one really important point is that you can't be your client. Even just a couple of years ago, a business owner could outsource their social media to a freelancer and never touch it themselves again. Their social media manager could be completely in charge of all the posts, graphics, and commenting and engagement. However, in today's world, video is king. Even Instagram officially announced earlier this summer that it was going to be a video-first platform. So sure, you can write captions and design graphics, and you can be the person who engages with followers, but you can't show up on video as your client. Once your client does the work and gets out there, you can rock her world by repurposing that content. Repurposing content is a must for having a sustainable and efficient online business. Let's talk about what engagement looks like these days. Going all the way back to my time as a social media manager in 2014-15, engagement on social media was pretty transactional, meaning it was business-like and not super nurturing or human. Today's engagement between business owners and their potential consumers is much different and better, in my opinion. The landscape now is more nurturing and focused on communication and connection. So if becoming a social media manager sounds super interesting to you, but you're not sure how to go about offering this service on a call with a potential client, do not sweat it. My discovery call cheat sheet will help you know exactly what to say and what questions to ask so you feel cool, confident, and ready to impress your next prospect. Also, if you want to join a community of mamas just like you, I have a Facebook group where thousands of mamas come together for support and action-taking tips and motivation. If you liked this video, please let me know by liking it below, subscribe, and share it with your fellow mamas. And comment below with hashtag I am a free mama if you are ready to become a freelance social media manager. Probably have food in my teeth. Okay. What you think about that? Where's that?
We'll talk to Daddy. I need a few minutes, please. Thank you.
The most. Let me down. Dang it. Did I just say future twice? Culture? Future. We out.